Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Fighting out of the southpaw stance. Standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you, I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. In the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make-a-wishing me. I got these hoes in the fence. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks.
Yo, it's Classic with the classic codes, man. We live. How y'all feeling, man? What's going on? I'm in a chill mood today. We got a great live show. Got a great one. So we got this already put together for y'all, man. We got the code language conversation, which is gonna be on purpose today. Then we got a reaction. We got a reaction video talking about the topic of men decentering women and women decentering men. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna try to crack those codes. And then we got a question of the day, a dope question of the day that ties in the code language and the reaction. So we got a great live show today, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Everybody in here, man, drop a 333 if you with me, man. Checking out the live. Oh, yeah, we got action early. Checking out the live from Abu Dhabi. Let that marinate. Yeah, man. But we talking about, I'm trying to see where should I begin with y'all, though. If we're going to do the code language first, I think we're going to do the code language first because it's going to make the most sense. The question of the day and the reaction video kind of tie into it, too. So everything going to work together. But, man, I'm excited to be here. Don't mind me. I'm trying to peel this orange, man. Just had a nice physical therapy session, so I'm trying to rehydrate on y'all. But look, the code language for the day. Let me pull it up. The code language today is about purpose. That's not right. Hold on. Yeah, the code language for the day is about purpose, man. We oftentimes we underestimate purpose. The reason why we underestimate purpose is because we live in desire a lot. We operate in desire a lot. But let me go over the definition of purpose. Purpose is the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. I'm going to read it again. Purpose, the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. So like with purpose, it's easy to lose sight of the fact that you're here for a reason, right? And I don't want to make it seem like each individual out of the billions of us, have this magnificent, huge, world-altering purpose. I'm not going to make it seem like that. It's a lot of different, sizes to the mechanisms of this machine. That's the cycle of life. But I do believe that everything that has life plays a role, which is why you see the systems get messed up when an animal goes extinct or when a population of something is too high or too low. It throws the balance of things off. So I think all living things serve purpose. Some things greater purpose than others, for sure. Some things wider reach, greater impact, for sure. But when we look at the definition of purpose, though, the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. What's crazy is a lot of times if you ask people, what do you believe your purpose is? You know how many people will tell you they don't know? They have no idea what their purpose is. But if you ask them what they want for their birthday, they know. If you ask them what they want out the Gucci store, they know. If you ask them, what's their ideal vacation destination, they know. And it's because a lot of people aren't really in pursuit of understanding or finding what their purpose is. A lot of people are in pursuit of their desires. And so we lose sight of purpose. Salute to whoever just dropped in, man. Drop a 333 if y'all with me, man. We starting with the code language today. We talking about purpose. Forgive me smacking on this orange. I'll be done in a second. But we live, man. And I'm me. So check it out. A lot of times, like if you ask somebody what they believe their purpose is, they just won't know. And I don't want to say I think that's sad, but what I do want to say is I think that's intentional. I think that a lot of people are led to be unintentional about life and what they doing. We don't want you pursuing your purpose. We want you working one of these jobs for one of these businesses we own. Yeah, we want to keep you in some level of an indentured servitude type situation. We don't want you out here trying to be great. We want you to be content being good. And what I think there is a place and a time for contentment. But a lot of times most people aren't living content. They living in survival mode, let alone living in comfort or in luxury or in wealth, if we just being honest. So I think the lost art of living for purpose or pursuing purpose, I think that shit really is because of the design of how we're conditioned. I don't want you pursuing your purpose of being this great carpenter and selling these antique wood pieces in your own shop. We don't want you doing that. We want you to take your carpentry skills and work up here in the back storeroom of Ashley Furniture fixing these couches. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that. But purpose is also something from a gender standpoint, which I also got here. What's a man's purpose? In the chat, real quick. If any men in the chat, what's a man's purpose? Even women, what do y'all think a man's purpose is in general? In general, not like a father or any specific role, but just a man on the planet Earth with breath in his lungs and an able body. What do you think a man's purpose is in general? I'm interested to see what y'all think. I'm interested. Yeah, we doing the code language first. Then we're gonna get into the reaction video, and then we're gonna get into the question of the day. The question of the day gonna fuck y'all up. So I hope y'all got time to roll with me. Drop a 333 in the chat if you with me. But in my opinion, he said the man's purpose is to figure out the real story of Jesus. He needs answers. My man need answers. International Ken weighing in. But I believe a man's purpose is to further evolution for the betterment of life on the planet in general. So when I say further evolution for the betterment of life on the planet, that means that, like right now, we're doing it wrong. For example, the men in leadership and in charge, largely is men that run this world. You got women that got voices in certain places, but largely it's men that still run the world. The men that are in charge, we're doing a poor job, right? We're doing things that are evolutionary for conveniences of man, but it's also very crippling to the environment, crippling to the mind, to the stimulation of the brain, the capacity of the brain, the attention span on average. Is crippling in so many ways. I could make a whole live about that in real life. Cause I was laughing funny as hell. Yeah, he need answers. But yeah, so I think that it's man's job. Man, the when I say man, not mankind, I'm talking about males, adult males. It's our job to it's our purpose to further evolve for the betterment of the planet and to sustain here. So if that means that we don't capitalize on the ability to make all this money, making AI that's eventually gonna turn on us, and we know it. If we don't do that, that's for the betterment of mankind. That decision is in the purpose and alignment with man. But see what it is like I said, we don't operate in purpose, we operate in desire. It's the same reason why, and I'm gonna tie it into how the reaction video gonna go, and I'm gonna tie it into the question of the day too. It's the same reason why so many people are never satisfied. You got people that have tens of millions of dollars talking about my only goal every day is to get some more. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to tell you whether that's healthy or unhealthy. I'm not here to tell you whether it's gluttonous or whether it qualifies as gluttony. That's not my job. But I think there's more purpose to a man, no matter what man you are, than just running up a significant bag. And I think as men, when we buy into the fact that our purpose is all about the bag, why you think women treat us like amenities? They looking at you like, what amenities do you come with? The other dude, he came with the ability to go on vacations on the whim. He came with the ability to buy me purses whenever. What you come with? Because you've reduced yourself down to everything about you, and your value is inside of what you've earned or your ability to earn. But it's crazy because reality will smack you upside your head, and it'll do it quickly. Let me explain. People who focus on running up the bag as men, but they don't focus on anything else. They lack balance. They've mastered the craft of getting money, but that's it. You end up like that YouTuber that got robbed for $300,000 worth of jewelry on Rodeo Drive because you can't protect yourself. You know how to get money, but you a hoe. They said the man's purpose was to protect and to provide. You could provide, but I was taught, because I'm from a small jungle called the West Side of Chicago, the K-Town area. It's a small jungle. That's where I'm from originally. And I was taught, if you can't protect it, it ain't yours. That's what I was taught. So that's why you have people that know how to get resources, but they not tactically trained like a damn Brazilian or something like that. They food. You a rich ass lamb chop. Food. Succulent. Ready, ripe, ready for the picking. Yeah. These people damn near run up on you. I seen somebody get robbed for their car with a broomstick. Lack of situational awareness, comfortable in their own area, wasn't on their job. There's no way you shouldn't have saw the suspicious behavior of the gentleman that ran up on you. There's no way you shouldn't have peeped that from the go anyway. It's been many a times where I've been walking to my vehicle in my life, because when I was driving and I was younger, when I was at my parents' house, we stayed on a corner. So it'd be many times where I'd be going to my whip and be some cats walking by as I'm walking to my car. And I just walk slowly and look at them while they look at me as they get all the way past my car. and a decent enough distance up the sidewalk, and then I'll get in my whip. Like, you not even in sprinting distance. You not in run up distance no more. That's over with. You try to run up on me now, by the time you get here, you're going to wish you never came. In real life. But that's part of a man's purpose too. Having that understanding, having that situational awareness, having heightened senses, having keen senses, having resources beyond capital, being able to be cunning, being able to communicate and maneuver in a room, having acumen, integrity, things like that will make it to where the money's just a side effect. When you a man that's built like that, the money become a side effect. And that's what I mean by, I think we have purpose mixed up. And because as men, we've put so much of our value into how much money we can or cannot make. As men, that's how y'all making y'all totem pole these days. You got real misguided monsters, wolves that have all the other intangibles down, but they just don't know how to do shit legally. And they preying on a lot of the people who didn't understand the rest of the purpose of a man, but just focused on the money part. They getting preyed on a lot in a real way. In a real way. So why do you think why do you think these people, these little celebrities, they done got all this bread and they moving with all this CIA security level units everywhere they go? Anytime you pay for that much security, that's an admission that you know you a hoe. For sure. There are celebrities who everybody knows is rich, and they be amongst the people catching the train. It happens. It happens. You can catch Keanu Reeves on a train in New York. You can catch J. Cole riding his bike. You can. You just got to move a certain way. So, and you gotta, express yourself in a certain light. But again, we lost sight of our purpose. I think the biggest goal for your average man is in some capacity securing a woman or women. For your average man in America, specifically if we want to narrow it down to black men. And I think that's a problem. Men are supposed to prioritize their purpose, and being able to handle and check all the boxes for a woman that you got or the women that you deal with is a side effect of you focusing on your purpose. That's a side effect. Being able to check those boxes is a side effect of you being focused on your purpose. Focusing on a woman, you would never be able to check them boxes. You out of alignment. A man's purpose is to find his purpose and lock in on his purpose. And then he'll be able to handle all the rest of the man shit when he's focused on his purpose. So now a woman's purpose, I think in today's time, we'd have to ask a woman, because I used to think I knew. I used to believe I knew. But now it's shaky. I don't know if I know anymore. Because I used to think it was like, to have children, nurture the household, things like that. Be a mom, be a wife, bring new life, contribute. I saw that growing up, contribute financially and otherwise, like be a well-rounded citizen of the community, be loyal, have some integrity. I used to think that was the woman's purpose. But now if you ask a woman, I don't know if that's the answer you get. I'm just being honest. I don't know if that's the answer we get anymore. So I think in the comments after this, somebody gonna have to tell me what a woman's purpose is in today's time. I'm no longer certain. I think the man's purpose and role has never changed. I think it's never changed. Whether or not we've been in alignment as a whole, that's a different conversation. I believe as a whole, men are out of alignment. And that's why you see That's why you see the country is more gay than it's ever been. You see the country is getting less married than it's ever been. You see more women with single, as single mothers than they are wives or widows or divorcees. It's like a lot of that's going on. So yeah, I can say men have lost sight of what their purpose is. Because if you pursuing your purpose, you trying your best not to get a joint pregnant, even your girlfriend. Like when I was high school age or whatever, early college years and all that, I had serious relationships. I was never trying to get nothing pregnant. I remember on a Friday night or Saturday night, you go to the gas station, you had to hope it was some rubbers left. Like we was using those. You had to hope. Like you might go in there, only be lifestyles left. The shit you use might don't be in there unless that's what you use. God bless. But like we used to have to really, that was a real situation. If you didn't get your rubbers on a weekday, on the weekend, you might have to hit 3 gas stations to get what you're looking for. Now you go to any gas station in a 15-mile radius, there's condoms everywhere. What are those? I know the Trojan stock got to be down. Unless them boys start selling Plan C's, then they going right back up. But yeah, y'all reactive. We was proactive. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really come from that carefree era like that, because I understood purpose. Like it wasn't that I didn't want to get nothing pregnant because I didn't want to have children or nothing like that. It was more so like I got a mission. I got a real mission I'm on in real life, and it means something to me for real. So I'm not finna blow it or throw it away or deter myself or extend the amount of time it's gonna take me to get where I'm trying to get to by, you know what I'm saying, just being irresponsible in the bedroom. It's gonna have to be something else that stopped me. Like I'm not gonna get in my own way in that way. And then some people would tell you like, oh, well, having a kid, that turned me up. You know what I'm saying? That made me want to go get it more. Okay, well, shit, you found out the hard way. I'm cool. I'm motivated enough, gang. I'm motivated enough. Listen, people ask me why I don't get it. So you had to go pop something off and turn shorty into a baby mama because you didn't turn her into a wife. And maybe she didn't even want to be a wife. Maybe she didn't want to be pregnant by you. This how this shit really be going out here. You know what I'm saying? And it's all because people not in alignment with purpose. If you got a man that's on his purpose, he not trying to get nothing pregnant in a situation that's not conducive to building or to having some type of legitimate foundation on it. No man is actively pursuing. Well, no man with his head on straight. There's a populace of dudes out here that's trapping women or trying to get joints pregnant just because they want to be around them forever. Weirdo shit. But men with their head on straight, nobody with a mission is trying to get nothing pregnant that they not married to. They're not trying to do it. If they did it, it was a oops. You feel me? Purpose to keep you from making some of these weird ass decisions that we've become accustomed to making on a super regular basis. Like an extra regular basis. It's overly normal. You feel me? But man, I'm finna get off that. I wanted to cover that, man. I hope that this is useful to somebody, like all the code languages. And we'll come back to a lot of these topics too, because it's very broad. I can go off into different nuances of this, but we 25 minutes in. We're gonna move into the reaction video, and then we're gonna get into that question of the day. So yeah, man, let's move. Yes, Lord. Hold on. Turn me up real quick. Let's get ready.
I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused. Want the fruits of your labor, gotta climb the tree. Yeah, I'm out here planting seeds, cause I got a lot to leave. I be putting in long miles, I ain't gotta stop to breathe. I be putting in long hours, I ain't gotta stop to sleep. Yeah, I put in shout out to Bean. Coach Life Sweat, 6 Society T. I'm in the gym working out clean. Bad work, 5 punch combinations, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3. No, I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We got a reaction video coming in, man. It's go time, showtime. We got a reaction video coming in. We heading over to After Hours with Anton Daniels and the gang. It looked like we got Q Diddy right there. We got Mika, we got Molly, we got Slimmy, we got Kim, and we got 2K, and of course Anton. So we finna tap in with the After Hours crew. They are talking about men decentering women, and of course we're gonna tap in and talk about women decentering men and what we think this looks like and where this leaves us. All that we're gonna get into everything, man. We live and we got time, man. I'm tapped in. If y'all join in, jump in the comments, jump in the chat. Let's talk about it, man. Let's roll. You know, ain't about wasting no time.
Like a Barack, not even a Barack, but as men become more successful, which kind of leads me to the next question, so to speak. Should guys, because a lot of times we have these conversations based off of what women want. You see Michelle Obama on these platforms saying it. You'll never see a man that is super successful saying it. You never see a Will. You never see a Barack. You never see any of these guys come on here and say, they always going to say, oh man, you know, I didn't know what she wanted, or I lost the plot of her life and all of this shit. Should guys start to, because you know this whole decentering men thing, where basically that means men should not be at the forefront of a woman's life. It's okay to be with them. It's okay to do whatever it is you're going to do. It's even okay to be in a relationship, but she should not be the center of attention of her, or he should not be the center of attention of her life. Should men start to decenter their wives? Meaning, should they stop focusing so much on what the woman wants in order to either make the relationship better or to continue to make sure that they live in their life?
Nope.
You said no. Why no?
Because as much as it's fuck shit women do to us, we know that they give us a sense of purpose. We know that when a woman's around, that
What?
a woman do give me a
You gotta let him finish. You gotta let him finish. Let me.
Hey,
Yo, for everybody that just joined in, we talking about should men be decentering their wives or even they main chicks and all that. They discussing it as a panel. I'm gonna jump in and out, pause and play and give my take on it. Y'all join in the chat. Let's chop it up. 333 if you with me.
as much as I want to talk shit, bro, it's my woman and my family is the reason I get up and I grind, bro. It's so easy to take a day off if I ain't got to check out for them, bro.
Yep.
Like I can never give up my duty to my wife to be a husband, bro. So it's easy to decenter a woman, but I kind of lose purpose as a man. I'm done. That's it.
Facts.
I ain't crazy. I know I need my girl.
You feel the same way, Quinn?
Yeah, we had this conversation before about a man needing a woman. Women do a lot for men that they don't like. A woman can see in a man stuff that he doesn't see in himself. And yeah, I think they give us someone to talk to glean off of. We need somebody. We need other people.
Yeah, so let me jump in real quick. So as far as in general, men decentering their wives, I don't know that a man should have ever had his wife centered. Again, we just talked about purpose earlier in the live, and a man's number one priority should be his purpose. It should be his if you don't know your purpose, it should be finding your purpose. And once you find your purpose, it should be living out your purpose. If you're doing that and you fulfilling that, being able to be satisfactory to whoever should become your bride, that's going to be a side effect of you being purposeful. If your whole purpose is satisfying a woman, she probably not going to want you very long. You got to have, it's something that you got to be into or doing. That's going to make her see something in you that make her want to latch on and be under your covering because she see what you own. So in a way, getting on your program in a way, because I know that, that could be sticky for some of y'all.
I mean, what do you
woman?
think?
What the fuck is this bullshit? Nigga, the pure fact that you're yelling says all I need to know.
No, you talking some goofy shit, bro. Like, what the fuck you need a woman to know who you are for?
I didn't say I need a woman to know who I am.
That's what you said.
No, I didn't.
Slimmy. It's just
Man,
it helps
Joe Jet, what up?
the process
I don't
astronomical.
even be knowing what y'all saying up here, man.
Slimmy,
This is
it's either
insane.
for me, Slimmy, it's either for me to grind for 100, right, or for 100 million. But with my gut there motivating me, bro, it's hard to lose focus.
See, I see what 2K saying. It's crazy because I disagree with 2K that you gonna have your woman centered, but at the same time, I understand where he coming from as far as why he's saying that. Because yeah, if I'm completely single, grinding it out and pursuing my purpose, and I'm on my mission, and I got goals, and I got a job that I'm serious about, and I'm tending to it, I ain't gonna act like I'm not gonna go a little bit harder with a woman that I'm responsible for taking care of, or in addition to that, one that's there to let me know I'm good enough, or give me affirmations and shit like that. You know, the words of the right woman that you got the right type of emotions for, her words will make you feel like you could run through a fucking wall. Yeah, like you Superman. So we not gonna act like she can't. You might be turned up grinding at a 10, and on a 1 to 10, you might be turned up grinding at a 10. You put a good woman that's good for you in your corner, you're gonna be able to take that shit to a 20. You're gonna be able to break the scale. You're gonna be able to break the scale. The thing is, though, it gotta be the right joint. Because just the same way it worked to turn you up, it can turn you all the way down. So that's why centering a woman versus having one as a support system to the fact that you already got your purpose at the center of what you're doing, I think it's two totally different things. But I fuck with what 2K ain't saying. They motivational. Let's see what they talking about.
Like, cuz women are motivation, dog. Like, let's not get it twisted, cuz women are motivational.
Why are women the motivation for you?
Women ain't
Why
the
is-
motivation.
Didn't say the
Women ain't the motivation. They are motivational.
They are a motivation, not the motivation.
No, that's not what he said. I'm going by what he said. And they just said women are motivated. No, the fuck?
Women are motivational. A woman is
Maybe
not
he misspoke. Let me give him the benefit.
All right.
My motivation is to get 100 million. My woman telling me you can do it is motivational. Sometimes I need to hear it. Hey, you been slacking.
So your answer 2K is men should not be decentering their wives.
No,
So you think that the woman that the man is with should be at the center of what he's doing and why he's doing it.
Anton, if we didn't have
Hey, chat, join in. I'm gonna be posting y'all comments. Join in. What y'all think about this? Should men be decentering their wives for whatever reasons, not even negative or whatever, just for any particular set of reasons, or should they ever have had their wives centered? Let's just talk about it in general. Holla at me, chat. Let's go.
of women, a lot of shit wouldn't be done. We wouldn't have got houses. We wouldn't have hunted animals. We wouldn't have made cars. We did a lot of this shit to make life easier for women. The only reason we chose to be great is for women.
Y'all got it.
I agree.
I don't
2K.
think that-
Otherwise, y'all would be like conserving y'all
My man said y'all got it and turned the screen off. What do y'all?
energy all day, not really.
Yeah,
one
doing
slide
we
toilet
do
paper.
enough good for us. What are we saying?
I don't think that women, I think that women should decenter men, but not their man. And I think that it's okay for men to decenter women, but not their woman. So if each person in this relationship is putting their other person first, there's no gap there. So it's just like, why would either one want to decenter the person who's supposed to be their love, who they're supposed to care about, and who's supposed to care about them?
But y'all
She speaks so softly. She speaks so softly. It make me feel bad that she be making me want to crash out. She be making me want to crash out. But she speaks so soft that it make me feel bad. The way she just worded that so gently and like femininely, but I disagree with her so bad, like with my whole heart. I don't listen. The word complacence is a cuss word to most women. The word content is a cuss word to most women. Because of that, most women are never satisfied. You understand? They are never satisfied. So if you understand that, unless you catch one of the ones that are modest, come from some modest or humble beginnings, unless you catch one of them that happen to also be fine, but modest about that too. Like, unless you catch those are the diamonds in the rough. But if you don't catch one of those, by and large, you gonna catch yourself with somebody who is consistently wanting more. This is just true. I don't even know if it's bad or not. It's just true. So with that being said, you're centering somebody who will never be satisfied. So how could you ever feel fulfilled? If you're not fulfilling what you have made, if you're centering the woman, then this woman is your purpose. If she's never satisfied, how are you ever fulfilled? You know, there's a such thing as fulfilling your purpose. So I don't think it's healthy for a man to center his woman. It is prioritize her, yes. Make time for her, yes. But your purpose should be number one. What you own, what your mission is, that should be number one. If you ain't got no mission, you shouldn't have no woman either, in my opinion. Joe Jet, what you say? He said, I think your wife should be your helpmate and happy wife. Happy life isn't the move. Unfortunately, when something like that is said, people want to go to the extreme. I think your wife should be your helpmate and a happy wife, happy life isn't the move. Unfortunately, when something like that is said, people want to go to the extreme. Yeah, it doesn't mean you don't want your wife to be happy. It just means that that concept is slanted. It's biased. Joe Jet also said, and think that they're implying that the wife will be treated poorly. Exactly. Yeah, they take it too far. And then he says, yeah, our content age we're in strongly showing not to center a woman. Yeah, I mean, they have microphones just like we have microphones. Many women go on a lot of panels and they offer their honest takes on how they see things in this dating market or dating in general or life in general. They offer their takes. And listen, when you listen to the answers, by and large, across the panels, it is a diamond in the rough situation. There are wives out here. They're out here. But it's a diamond in the rough situation. If your girl got any FOMO for the streets, fear of missing out for the streets, if she got any of that, that's not a wife. That's not a wife. She not ready yet. Maybe one day she'll get there. She not ready yet. Wives and women who will be chronically single or chronically dating, same shit, different terminology, same shit. Though they speak two different languages. I do reaction videos of pages of women that are wives, whether they're married or not, they're wives. Riva TV is a wife. She's a wife. I don't know if she's married. She's a wife though. Danica, Dope Conversations. I do reactions on her shit. She's married. They understand men differently from women who will never be able to keep a man. The women who be trying to tell men how they ought to be and how they should be and how they need to be, they're going to be alone. The women who can accurately tell you how men are, they're going to be wives. Simply put. Joe Jet, what did he say? Oh, no, he already dropped that comment. All right, let's roll. Let's see what else they talking about, y'all.
I don't know how minimum men live. All we need is a bed, a couch, and a TV. If we didn't live for women, a women want motivational for us, that's all to be in the house. All that other shit, the rug, the vase, the shelves, all this little stuff. We do this to make our woman life easier, bro. We could never decenter women.
That's interesting because I got my own place and my shit is lit. and it ain't got nothing to do with whether or not she come or not.
I can't speak on your shit, Anton, but I know most dudes' places are lit just in case a woman want to come over.
Facts.
Just in case.
Oh, my mama.
Okay,
When I leave my house on Friday night to go to the bar, I make sure this motherfucker is clean just in case.
Just in case.
Well, that's sad in my opinion.
Cleaner. Just in case.
That's sad in my opinion, but I'm gonna hold off my thoughts.
I may take my sheets down as curtains.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I want to hear Carrie and Mika's perspective. Either one is fine.
I think that men need to put God at the center.
And
I mean, it'll.
Hey, he didn't like it. She said, "Put God at the center." Bro said, "Oh, cut his screen off. What's going on? G, he mad at God for you got beef?"
It'll never get corny to me because these conversations, even Michelle, like,
not the question.
It is the question. Should men start to decenter their wives? I don't think it's about, no, I don't think your wife should be at the center. I don't. I think that God should be at the center. I think that you should understand what God wants you to do as it relates to your wife. And then I think that the wife needs to have God at her center too, and listen to what God says she should do with her husband. And if everybody buys into that, I think that all of this stuff goes away.
So you're saying everyone needs to be decentered.
I think that everybody needs to have God at their center, find out what he says for them to do with their wife, with their husband, and follow that. I think then you do get a wife that values, appreciates, shows her husband everything that she needs to show him. I think you do get a wife who feels like she's heard, like she's important, like she's seen from her husband. I think you get, I think that that's the best chance at everybody having as close to what they really want in a marriage as possible.
Hey, she not saying nothing disagreeable. She might have just cooked. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, I ain't no religious fuddy-duddy, but I'm extremely spiritual, and I don't disagree that the principles laid out by biblical texts and even by the Islamic texts, those principles laid out and being operated by and large as a society wouldn't have us in a bad place. We'd be in a better place than we are now. You wouldn't have so many boys marrying boys. I tell you that part, you know. So, you know, I think she didn't say anything wrong. If you're giving out a general recipe to resolve this thing that we're dealing with right now, because y'all, in case y'all didn't notice, hello, mic check. Hey, in case y'all didn't notice, the black family is going extinct. Ain't nobody talking about it. Ain't nobody raising an eyebrow to it. Kevin Samuels was going viral for it. And, you know, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. But in case y'all didn't notice, the black household, not black kids being made. Oh, yeah, we'll procreate. I told y'all, it's condoms at every gas station. They're not getting bought up anymore. Y'all like it raw. Yeah. So that y'all ain't got no problem connecting. But as far as the family, it's going extinct. I'm fortunate. A lot of people I'm cool with had both their people. Even if like they lost one of their people, whatever, they had both their people in the house type shit too, in my small circle. But I also can be aware and understand that when I move outside of my small bubble of my small web, the majority of people didn't have both their people, not in the house type shit. So that's too normal. And in case y'all didn't know, that's what extinction looks like. When you start getting to the point where 80, 85%, 90% of the black people you know didn't grow up with two people in the household, two parents in the household, and I'm talking about they parents too, they parents. Cool, like to all the stepdads, salute. I ain't even tripping off that. But it's a difference. And what I'm saying is, if you go by what she just said, you put us back in that space where people growing up in the crib with their parents and they brothers and sisters got the same parents. You getting back to that space. But right now, we crashing out. The whole mentality done took over. The lust demons, the men. I give it because somebody in my comments asked me the other day. Shout out to I think it's Tina. Shout out to Tina in the comments for having the back and forth dialogue with me yesterday under one of my other videos. But she was saying how when are you ever hard on men? And I'm very honest. Men have, I just said it in the purpose section of this video, and I say it now. We don't have discipline. By and large, we don't have discipline. It's too many men walking around obese. It's too many men that don't know any type of a martial art, even at a fundamental base level. It's too many men that don't, you know what I'm saying, know how to properly handle some form of weaponry, whether it be a crossbow, a bow and arrow, nice with the knives, whatever it is. It's too many men who have lost the ability to build shit with their bare hands. You know what I'm saying? We've become weak, docile, inferior. You know what I'm saying? So I go in on us too. It's way too many men who lack discipline. That's the main thing. If you can master discipline, that applies to anything you want to be great at. You master being able to be disciplined, you put that on your diet, you're going to have a healthy body. You master discipline, you put that on your finances, your money going to be straight. You master discipline, you apply that to this, you're going to be good. It's just what it is. We've lost our way in that way. You feel me? Joe Jet think I'm cooking. He said bullseye. But as far as the women is concerned, the whole spirit then took over. That Jezebel spirit running rampant out here. Is running rampant out here. This concept of I need to try every flavor before I decide which Sunday I want, that shit ain't working. It's not working for no man that had to grind his ass off just to become visible and valuable to the populace of women that he wants to choose from. And then when he go to pick out the pool, all of them been hit. 30 dicks on her, 20 dicks on her, 15 dicks on her, 50 dicks on her. This one got a low body count, but she got a low body count. Got married young, stayed in the marriage for 10 years. So her body count low as hell. It's reduced to one nigga and the dude she cheated with that one time. So she got a 2 nigga body count, but come with 4 kids. You out here looking for a fair shake at this point. No cap. And then when you find a diamond in the rough, nigga, you better do right. I promise you. Because even in the word, it say a man that find a wife find a good thing. It didn't say all women was wives. It's rare. It's rare. Biblically speaking, more women wasn't shit than was worth a damn. Biblically speaking, Eve wasn't shit. It didn't say Eve just ate of the fruit. Y'all better go read y'all word. Hey, listen, let's get into some word. Y'all better read y'all word. Eve didn't just eat of the fruit. It said that Eve examined the fruit, saw that it was good and nutritious and fit for the eating. She thought about it before she made a dumbass decision against God's word. That's scriptural. Y'all think about Samson and Delilah. Oh, the Delilah spirit. It ain't just Delilah. It's about 3 hoes in the Bible, in the book of Judges, where the story of Samson is. It's about 3 hoes tried to backdoor Samson before he finally got by Delilah. His first wife got gave to another dude he was cool with by her daddy. That's what made him send that bitch up in the first place. Y'all better go read y'all word. Most of the women in the Bible wasn't shit. It's Jezebel's, harlots. Mary Magdalene, she was at the brothel. What y'all thought? She was working at the door? Y'all thought she was working the door? Yeah, G, so a man that find a wife find a good thing. That shit rare, fam. That shit not. Them shits ain't just running around. We like to get on the internet and let women talk, and they be acting like all of them are so good. They be perfect and single. Perfect and single. How the last relationship end? I left. It's always they left. They don't stick around. No endurance, no perseverance. This shit get rough. I'm out. But then y'all talking about men ain't proposing no more. You damn right. You know what I'm saying? I done got off y'all got me turned up. Now I done got off the reaction video. But you damn right niggas is checking out. It's a bad deal. It's a raw deal. It's a raw deal. And then y'all like, oh, well, then they'll try to shame you. Don't become successful because people like to just disregard reality. And that's what I don't do on my channel. I'm not going to disregard reality for the sake of nobody's comfort. People get mad when they don't let you live in their delusions comfortably. I'm not that type of person. You can't live in your delusion comfortably around me because when you delusional around me, I feel like you insulting my intelligence on a personal level. Like if you be like, if you 400 pounds and we in front of each other and you be like, yeah, I'm trying to lose, I probably could just I could lose a couple pounds. No, you could lose 200. Like, don't do that. I don't like sprinkling sugar on shit. I'm sorry, I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person. I'm very direct. I'm cool. Like I'm Old Testament, yeah. I'm Old Testament. You steal from me, I want your hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. I'm not all this sugar and spice. Y'all like to talk. Everybody got to speak like a politician. You got to know how to carefully word it so you don't offend this person or offend that person when all you trying to do is discuss reality. Fuck are we doing? That's how I get. Like, we just trying to have a real conversation about what's really going on so we can really fix it. But Mars you get so uncomfortable talking about reality, we never discuss it. And so we never can get a resolution. And then everybody got answers though. And the people with the real answers, we mean, we rude, we abrasive, we wrong. But y'all right, and y'all out here doing what y'all thought is right, and we got the numbers that we got. We got the divorce rates we got the single parent households we got the incarceration numbers that we got. The numbers don't say y'all niggas is right. We getting the results of y'all thinking y'all right. We getting the results of Roe v. Wade. We getting the results of the liberation that y'all fought for. We getting the results. And then a man's honesty is the new misogyny. A man's honesty is the new misogyny. Tell the truth about these hoes being hoes and you hate all women. How that work? I'm not the channel that's telling you ain't no women worth a damn. I know I run into reasonably good women. They're rare, though. They are. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. Let's get back into some more of their perspectives, man. It felt good. That gave me something to speak to.
Yes, I do. And I wish I would have known all of this.
Everyone aren't Christians, and everyone don't believe in God. So what about those people?
That's how much I think that following the word makes sense now. I like everything we talk about. When I go to the Bible now, it's like, oh, here's a simple layout. Oh, here's a simple layout. So fight it if you want. I'm not trying to push anything on anybody. I'm genuinely not. But in terms of talking about feeling valued, feeling appreciated, your wife doing what she should do, your husband doing what he should do, all of those things from what I'm reading is there. So why would I try to come up with an alternative purely because somebody like
there's
it doesn't make sense. It's like, hey, here's a plan B
that could say the same thing,
and that's fine. Whoever that's on them. I'm just saying, if you ask me what I think a solution to a problem is, and I believe that this is the solution, and you're like, yeah, nah, I don't want to do that solution, give me another one. It's like, well, go find your own. Like, this is my recommended solution to you. If you don't like that, that's cool. So go get another solution. But I'm not going to change my solution because you don't believe it. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Religion's so weird to me, but your solution is believing in something that, like, it's not a tangible thing. Like, it's a belief, and you have this person that no one's ever seen, and it's in the Bible, and it's a book, and you can interpret anything that this person says 80 different fucking ways depending on who you're talking to. That's what that's what all this is supposed to line up to be, is what you're telling me.
No, I didn't say any of that.
Hey, just go.
No, I'm not saying any of it. I didn't say, you can get one Bible verse and all 8 of us will interpret it different.
Hey, that is also true. As much as I just agreed with Carrie's framework of thinking, his logic is also true. And this is the part in conversations where some people who aren't skilled at communication, this will become a friction point, and this conversation can go from a conversation to an argument. But I don't think it's going to happen with those two. They talk too often. They do this damn near every day. So
I'm not understanding what you're.
Yeah, just do what you do. Just do what you do.
Like, I don't get it.
Don't worry about that.
Because why? This is my response.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't have to be your response. This is my response, and this is what I think the solution is to all of this type of stuff now. I even think it's that way for me. I wish I knew a lot of this stuff beforehand. I had to learn, like, it is what it is.
Kara, this the reason why women might create life, but men make life. Okay? Y'all might have them little motherfuckers, but we make the life. Listen, bro, I don't give a fuck. And y'all some trifling ass people. Women. Y'all are some of the worst human beings.
I don't agree.
No, women are some of the most egregious, egregious people on this planet. But I'll be crazy if I said I can do it without y'all at the center. That'll be insane.
Yeah.
So
ain't nothing truer than there's nothing more true than can't live with them, can't live without them. Because they all a headache. All of them a headache. Even your ideal joint, your dream girl. She a headache. She a headache, folks. It don't matter. It don't pick it. That's standard. That's on all make and models. It's on all. You can't live with them, can't live without them, folks. You just gotta take the pros with the cons. That's how this shit goes.
Answer no, always be my answer, bro. Women give you motivation. Cause like when I was at the gym, when I be at the gym, my motivation is to shit on my ex. That's gonna give me an extra rep or two when I see I'm gonna shit on her and her new nigga. She motivated me through hate.
That's wild.
What do
I
you
rebuke.
I'm super serious. I'm very serious.
I don't prescribe to that.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to shit on my ex, bro. I can't. That's on my bucket list. I'm gonna shit on that hoe.
We just talked about this.
Okay,
man.
how small is your town?
Huh?
He lives in
How
Dallas.
small is you live in Dallas?
It's big enough where I can shit on her, I'll tell you that.
What they on?
Mika, thoughts?
All right, y'all. All right, let's reel it in, man. I think we stayed on this long enough, man. Yeah, man, but that's 2K. Yeah, 2K a fool. He said NBA 2K baddies bad. Yeah, that boy a fool. He said my motivation. I don't care what your motivation is to get in the gym. It's just get in there. On God, it's just get in there. If your motivation is to look good for the females at the beach, but that shit got you in the gym every day, then hey, let it be your motivation. Just go. Just fucking go. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, man. We got one more section. We got one more segment. We got the question of the day. I've been waiting on this because it tie in to what we was just talking about. So I want to bring in the question of the day, man. Here we go. So the question of the day: would you accept a deal offering all of your heart's desires in a world without the opposite sex? So let's say the richest person in the world or a genie or a god come to you and they say you could have everything, every single thing that your heart desires. Everything, anything you could think of, any amount of money, cars, location, view, ability to travel, unlimited, fly, helicopters, private only, everything. But your world will become devoid of the opposite sex. You can have all your heart's desires, but your world will be devoid of the opposite sex completely too. So it don't mean you just have to live your life without a companion. No. That's not what it means. It means that your server at the restaurant will always be a man. Everybody at the car wash is going to be a man. Everybody at the grocery store is going to be a man. Your world is devoid of the opposite sex. You don't get to see women. You don't get to run into them. They're not on the path when you're working out in the morning. But you have whatever you want. Everything else. You can live in any country you want, condos, cars, whatever you want. But it's just men everywhere. Deacon Chris said, yes, I'd take that deal instantly. Okay. I'm going to get into my answer to the question in a second. Joe Jet, what you think? Chat, what we doing? Joe Jet said, no. And that's my thing, man. It ties in and it goes back to the concept of, like, we talked about purpose, right? And then we talked about decentering. Men need to have their purpose as a priority for sure, right? But then you do a lot of that shit for the side effect that includes the woman or the women, depending on how you getting down. So yes, your purpose is first, but there is positive side effects to being about your purpose, and the females is definitely a part of that. There's no way on God's green earth I would accept this deal. Okay, so essentially I could have a bunch of stuff, but there's no women. That's jail. You just turned the whole entire planet into jail. That's all boys school. That don't listen. I know there's a populace of men in this day and time, but that sounds like a whole lot of fun to them. That don't sound like nothing to me. That don't sound like that's hell on earth. Listen, take me. I'm cool. If God I'm gonna get rid of all the females on earth tomorrow, take me with him. I don't want to listen without no females. I don't want to be here. I'm gonna let you know that right now. He said, I think Lupe said something like, he said, what? I think Lupe said something like the ghetto is like heaven as long as women up in it. Yeah. Yeah, it ain't, there's no lifestyle, no location, no nothing I want without the warmth of a woman. Nothing. And that's not me saying that I've centered women, right? Because this whole decentering conversation that we discussed, it's like you can have a list of priorities and not have that as number one. But damn it, it's on the list. And I don't want nothing without a woman. When I pick out cologne, I don't pick out cologne I think smell good. I pick out cologne I think the female's gonna think smell good. I don't care. It might fuck with my allergies, but if they own it, I'm wearing it. I'll sniffle. Fuck it. Sniffle. I swear to God, he said, Deacon said, what'd you say? He explained. He said, I take the deal because I don't need a woman. I could fly planes. I could sightsee. I could study any subject without any distraction. Women are not my God. The only one I could live without, that I can't live without, is Jesus. Deacon, no disrespect. It sounds like you in a gay relationship with Jesus, bro. You and Jesus, gay lovers, bro. You got me fucked up. I need a woman, dog. No disrespect. I fuck with your perspective. Like, I'm with all that, G, but I don't care about flying okay, let's bring your list back up. Because I fuck with you, and thank you for engaging, man. I'm fucking with you, but I gotta, bro. And where I'm from, we just talk like this, so don't take no offense. I'm really from, I'm from it. So he said, I take the deal because I don't need a woman. I could fly planes, I could sightsee, I could study subjects without any distraction. Women are not my God. That's cool. That's cool. You have a human body though, Deacon, and you gonna want to bust a nut. You ain't seen no women in months. You can't even imagine a female to get you turned up to even get that off. It's just boys everywhere, just men everywhere. But you rich as hell, you flying all over the globe, and it's just hard legs. Bro, I can't live like that, bro. Take me with wherever you taking the women, take me with them. Is you crazy? Deacon, he said, that's hilarious. No disrespect taken. My dog. I'm good, man, my dog. But is you crazy? I don't want nothing without a woman. I don't want a birthday party without a woman. I don't want to go on vacation if it ain't gonna be no women there. Ain't no solo man retreats for me. I seen that before. I seen the dudes go on the guy retreats and stuff, and they go work on being macho and shit. Hey, listen, my dad was in the household. I understand a lot of people that wasn't privileged with that. And no disrespect to your journey, going to go find your masculinity wherever you need to go find it at, go locate it. I'm with all that shit. But I'm not going to that shit. Ain't no females, man, shit, I ain't coming. What is this? The only thing I'm going to, I'm not going to nothing. Even when I go watch boxing matches at the cigar lounge, it's going to be females there. It don't even be, it be females, older chicks, joints I'm not even attracted to, but there's women here. They're here. And they trying their best to look good. At least you smell some perfume in the air with the cigar smoke. Like shit. I can't do it, folk. I can't do it, folk. Is y'all crazy? Question of the day, what we on, man. The question is, would you accept a deal offering all of your heart's desires in a world without the opposite sex? Gee, even I might take this deal if you tell me I can't have a girlfriend, but it's still females around. Like I have to live a solo life by myself, but yet and still the concierge girl in my building is still a fine woman. You know, I still can go to the strip club and look at some action. I can't touch it. I can't take nothing home, but I could just see. Even if AG, you can't. I might think about it at that, but a world devoid of women? No, sir. This just turned into county jail. This just turned into county, folks. The whole shit. It don't matter where you go. It's county, folks. Dubai, county. Abu Dhabi, county. Greece, county. On phone, Australia, county. Europe, county. The whole globe just turned into the county, folks. Ain't nothing but dudes in here. No, sir. No, sir. Ski. Is y'all crazy? I couldn't wait to ask the question of the day today. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful for Deacon. Somebody actually said, yeah, they take the deal. You, Deacon, I asked this question to a lot of people before. You the first man. I heard, now, unfortunately, I have heard many women say yes to this shit. Fuck these niggas. Give me, fuck these niggas. Give me everything. But you the first, Deacon, this a dude. Deacon, you the first brother, first man I seen to say yes, dog. But that's good though, because you know what that tells me about you, Deacon. In all seriousness, that tell me that you know how to locate your peace. That tell me that you a centered person, or at least you know how to find your center. And everybody don't stay centered all the time. We all get a little imbalance. But that's telling about you. Even though I'm joking and I'm, you know what I'm saying, trolling. I disagree for real, but I'm fucking with you mostly. But it tells me something about you, dog. You know how to find that alignment, because men who think like that and they got their mind on that type of spectrum, because I've been in that space. I've operated in those spaces. I've done voluntary celibacy. Let's talk some real shit. I've done, for no reason. Just I'm not busting a nut for, semen retention. Straight, I'm not busting a nut for 3 months. I ain't on that. I'm going celibate. I ain't getting no pussy for 5 months. I ain't on that. I done it. Like, I like to exercise discipline. I like to master discipline. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to overspread or make too many spiritual entanglements and entwinements. So the fact that your mind go there, I've been in that space, but I'm not going to live in that space forever in exchange for stuff. Because that's all you offering me. If it ain't no women around, all you offering me is stuff. Cars and shoes and nigga, give me a closet full of the same outfit like Doug Funny if I could live in a world with women. I don't want to be around in this world with no women. I might even take the deal if you tell me I could just live alone altogether. Just live, you can have all your heart's desires, but you got to live reclusive. It's just you and the animals. I might take the deal. I ain't gonna lie. I might take that shit. That shit don't sound that bad. But being around a bunch of dudes everywhere, man, hell no. Hell no. And all that masculinity running, or just a bunch of dudes running around, it's gonna be two types of men. It's gonna be, you gonna have hyper feminine dudes, and then you're gonna have dudes that's straight,
natural born crash dummy, and he go crash out.
Them the only type of dudes that's gonna be running around. That's it. Them the only type of dudes that's gonna be running around. Crash outs and boy girls. I'm not living in that world. In exchange for material things, fuck the materials, dog. Straight up. I done seen a lot of great views. He said crash out planet. Oh God, this whole, you know how violent shit gonna be? Ain't no women? Man, is y'all crazy? Y'all just turned the whole planet into cell block, whatever. Man, shit. Y'all wild today, man. Y'all wild today. I can, hey, listen. If God made something better, listen, as much as I'm honest about the nature of women, as much as I'm honest about the state of women, as much as I'm honest about some of my own experiences with women, I'll tell y'all about the bad ones. I ain't gonna tell y'all about the good ones. The good ones ain't none of y'all business. That's how the shit stay good. But as much as I tell y'all the truth, gee, if God made something better than a woman, I don't want it. If God made something better than a woman, I don't want it. Keep it. It ain't because again, you could say, oh, well, this is better than a woman, that's better than a woman. But would you take whatever the fuck it is you talking about in exchange for living in a world without women? Hell no. Nope. Not unless you like dudes. And I don't. I hated being in the I hear ex players talking about how they missed the locker room environment. I hated the locker room. I grew up in a house full of men. Me, my dad, my brother, and then I had my mama. It was 3 men, 1 woman in the house. And me and my brother always had separate rooms. I always thought the locker room was too much fucking male bonding for me. My whole life, I ain't never, and that wasn't privilege. I'm from the hood. I just had my own room. Y'all think every fucking person from the hood lived in a shack, nigga. We had 3 bedrooms. It is what it is. But we was in the trenches. 2 things are true. And listen, I never had to get used to being in my drawers around no another nigga. I hated the locker room. So no, I don't want to be in a world full of dudes. Deacon Chris, what he's talking about? He said, these aren't even women anymore. What you on, Deacon? Deacon, are you subscribed to me, Deacon, man? Hey, I got to give you some love, dog. He said, these aren't even women anymore. They're men with vaginas. So you wouldn't be you wouldn't be really missing anything. I take the stuff live. He said, I take the stuff, live in peace, and worship my God and be at total peace. And I'm married. LOL. That's crazy. From a married person to say he would take the deal. This is some far-fetched shit. You are enlightening me to a brand new thought processes. And that's why I say, talk to me whether you agree or disagree, because we got to crack these codes. And that's what this shit really about. My man said, no offense taken, took the humor. We having a conversation. And this is a married man saying, man, I'll take the deal in the question of the day. If you offer me all my heart's desires in exchange for living in a world without the opposite sex, I would take the deal. And this is exactly the lifestyle that I would live. I would go travel. I would sightsee. I'm imagining this dude probably finna be doing some yoga, all type of wild shit, paragliding. You know, I'm sure you probably gonna have an exotic animal collection, because if you ain't got no women, you're gonna have to have some company. So I'm thinking. He said, see, I grew up with 13 women and I was the only boy. Oh, shit, you tired of these hoes. No disrespect to your family. You grew up with 13 women and you the only boy. You tired of these hoes. You're sick and tired. He's sick and tired of these hoes. He said he grew up with 13 women and he was the only boy. Hold on. Let's stop everything right now and pray for Deacon Chris. Nigga, is you crazy? Dog. 13, man, he's sick of this shit. You said a life walking. All right, the question of the day, describe heaven to him. Boy, hold on. Is this shit he said DC tapped? He's finished. Hey, he finished, Joe. He said, hey, I don't know how old you is, but he said, whatever time I got left, I could do it without him. Fuck what you talking about. I'm overstimulated. Hey, I ain't know live was gonna get this live today, dog. I ain't know it was gonna get this live today, dog. 333, man. Shout out Deacon, man. That shit crazy, dog. Man, oh shit. But nah, with all that being said, I respect your logic, G. I can't do it. I ain't grew up with no sisters and none of that. I got god sisters, but shit, they ain't live in the house. I need some female company. I ain't, hey, look what you talking about. Because at the end of the day, even when I'm on my mission, even when I'm super locked in, I'm talking about hyper focus, even when I'm all the way tapped in, when I get that little space to come up for some air, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find somewhere to put my nose now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We ain't gonna overdo it though. I ain't right. I'm not a man of high body count. I don't believe in that shit. I believe you should reduce and limit your spiritual entanglements, man. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, people be knowing how that shit fuck with the motherfucker be walking around here with multiple personality disorders and all these soul ties and shit, man. This shit get deep. Oh man. I'd have had a blast with y'all, man. Y'all got anything for me? Any questions y'all want to ask me right quick? I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes to holler at me in the chat. I think we probably got a delay, so I'm gonna give y'all like 2 minutes, holler at me in the chat. And then I'm finna get up off here, dog. I'll be trying to keep it to an hour, but shit, I was talkative today, man. I felt like saying some shit. For sure, for sure. What y'all got, man? And hey, and if y'all want to send me topics too, if y'all want to send me topics, y'all can send them to my Gmail. You send if y'all want to send me like videos to react to, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. If y'all want to send me videos to react to, if y'all want to send me any topics that you want me to discuss, like code language topics or even question of the day topics, anything you want me to speak to on my live segment or my live show, or even pre-recorded videos, just send them to me to my Gmail. My Gmail is the classic codes with an S 777 at gmail.com. The classic codes 777 at gmail.com. Just send it over there. Just put something in the subject line so I know that you ain't spamming me, and I'm gonna check it out for sure. He said my question. Okay, we got a question. Let's do it. My question is, what's keeping men and women from actually coming together and loving each other genuinely? It's a lot of answers to that. Let me try to think about what I think is the most purpose or the most pertinent reason. I think a big impact on it is comparison and the perception of options. Those two things are harming a lot of people's perspectives. The second big thing besides comparison and the perception of options, which you could just say social media, right? But the second big thing would also be feminism, just the rise of feminism. I know that the agenda of feminism started a while ago, but it has bubbled. It's bubbled. It's boiling over. And the fallout from so many millions of women in our country having that, or even if it's hundreds of thousands, we know that it's a large population that's affected, and that's all ethnicities. That's why a lot of the stuff I talk about, I kind of stopped using black women as much unless we just talking about, our people. But it's a lot of times it's just American women. If you go on some of the white boys podcasts and stuff like that, where they talking relationships, they having damn near worse trouble taming theirs than we is with ours. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they haven't lost sight of the customs and the cultural values of still getting married. You know what I mean? They still lock in much quicker than us. Their marriage rate still higher than ours, but it's not by a significant amount if y'all ever go looking into the demographics and the numbers. But yeah, I think those are the two major things. Obviously, we could talk about this shit in great detail as far as what's keeping men and women from coming together and loving each other genuinely. And also, I think it ain't about love. I think that men are still getting married and getting in relationships for love, but a lot of times with women, this shit is about what you come with. I'm telling you, it's like going on hotels.com and filtering the amenities that you must have in your hotel before you hit apply filter, so you can see, so it don't even show you the hotels that ain't got the hot tub. It don't even show you the hotels that don't got the workout room. It don't even show you the hotels that don't got the refrigerator in the room. It's like that. It's like, what amenities do you come with? You know what I mean? This shit like really transactional. I did a video on my channel where I talked about how men are in love and women are in business. That's what it's come down to a lot of times. And so that's why I say all the time, it's a diamond in the rough situation out here. For men that's truly trying to locate a wife, you got to take your fucking time. And then when you got one, you got to really chill. You really got to chill. You got to chill, folks. And the only way you're going to be able to chill is if you've mastered discipline. Because if you haven't mastered discipline, when she start tweaking, because even a good woman is going to tweak. When she start tweaking, if you haven't mastered discipline and you happen to be a handsome person that don't really have issues attracting women, your flesh going to win one day. You trying to be with her the rest of your life? Let's say y'all stay together 30 years, 40 years before one of y'all die. Your flesh going to win one day. If you ain't got no discipline, you're going to take an L. And then nowadays, women don't stay after you cheat no more. It's popular for them to run off and play victim on the internet. That shit popping now. Just run off, leave, brag about leaving. Your whole ass friends will throw you a party for leaving your marriage. This shit's sad. They'll celebrate a divorce. They really have. It's a such thing. We so sick. There's a such thing as a divorce party. That's a sickness. This shit ain't even sacred no more. All for the love of the streets, and they shit out in the streets, but random miscellaneous dick for you. They'll run to the street. It don't be none but miscellaneous dick out there. Miscellaneous as hell. Logistical dick. Let's see. Deacon Chris, he said, I agree with the first thing, but I think feminism, he said, I think feminism freed men and bound women. Feminism only allowed women to enact what was already in their hearts. Yeah, it allowed them to let the inner hoe out, let the nature of them run rampant, the Jezebel spirit, you know, and then they all got behind each other and cheerleaded for each other to make it okay. It's all right, because this group of women, they gonna get behind me in the comments, they gonna get behind me in the media, and they gonna say they empathize with my decision making, regardless of how fucked up it is. And so I never have to be accountable. And as long as we act like this as a sisterhood, we can all operate in stupidity together and in harmony. And then you got a group of men who capitalize on it by just cracking as many women as they possibly can, because the women don't have no value on the coochie no more. So you got some dudes that's maximizing their opportunity to just run through these streets crazy. And then you got the men who get, which happens to be most men, who get stuck in the matrix of, it's really, really hard to find a wife that I'd be proud of. It's really hard to find a wife I'd be fucking proud to say is my wife, because of the past she had when I fucking ran into her. You gotta come in the door gracious and merciful for the bullshit she did before she decided, all right, I'm ready to sit down somewhere. And the worst part about it is they will assume that all of us got a history similar to theirs, because they spent their time in the streets. They think all of us hoes. It is more men with low ass body counts than y'all could ever fucking imagine. My shit low by choice. I'm 6'2", handsome, been an athlete my whole life, captain of every fucking team. I was him growing up. I ain't never had no issue attracting women. I just chilled the fuck out, because I seen how all my teammates and the other niggas who had notoriety or some type of clout, all of them niggas, I seen what they was going through. I didn't want to go through it. Kids, diseases. Yeah, I know hella teammates that had to take their ass to the hospital and get that shot or them pills for running around through too much pussy. I seen it. I seen many men stunt their growth chasing these hoes. I was trying to have a girlfriend and get married like by 22. That's what I was on. And I had to learn the nature of women that I speak about so honestly on my channel. I had to learn that shit through actual experience. I had to be a good man with good intentions, trying to lock in and make legitimate wives out of women who legitimately at that point in time in their lives wanted to run through the streets. And I had to learn, like, wait, first I was like, okay, I'm not going to blame all women for one woman. And then I started dating and having these experiences where it's like, damn, it's damn near most of y'all. So you got to really weed out and find one that got some integrity with the pussy, with the mouth. Nowadays, with the butt. They giving it all out. They out there though, but you got to find them, because if you put a room of 100 women, if you ask them how many of y'all qualified to be wives, 100 hands gonna go up. So how you filter, guys? How do you put on your filter? If you ask 100 women how many of y'all qualified to be wives, 100 hands gonna go up. It's all type of shit in that room raising their hand. 50 bodies on her. Do I have 60 bodies on her? Do we have 70, 75 bodies on her? All type of shit in the room. All of them raising their hand. They all think they fit to be wives. Now, as a man, you got to heighten your discernment, put your filtration system on, get your vetting process all the way in order to weed out and see if you really have a wife in front of you before you decide to take that risk. Because it's no greater risk than it's ever been. No group of men, no generations of men have had to deal with this mentality of women. No generation. We the first ones. This shit unprecedented. Granny and them knew how to shut up. Whether they wanted to be quiet or not, they knew how to do it. My mama, she ain't that much. She know how to be quiet. I seen my mama hit the zip it button plenty of times. out of respect for her role. Respect the job. Seeing her hit the zip. These joints now I tell you, no, you gonna let me finish talking. Yeah. How you reel them joints in? And they'll tell, and listen, and then when you say can't no man check you, they'll say, no, you just ain't the type of man that could check me. That's what they'll tell you. But the type of man that could check him, he got to be willing to catch a domestic. Because these joints don't be quiet. And if you're not the type that believes in administration, they not gonna shut up. We the first group of men had to deal with these. Pure insubordination. Matter of fact, subordination is a cuss word to these joints. They don't like the job description no more. So that's why men checking out. Men like, shit, okay, they want to be sluts. They not interested in the role of a wife. Okay, we going to slut them out and we not going to wife them. We being reactive. Y'all drop a 333 if I'm telling the truth. If I'm lying, disagree with me. What you say, Deacon? He said, well, I'm not handsome, but even my wife, who is a good wife, tweaks sometimes. They all tweak, bro. That come on every make and model. Joe Jet said bullseye. Yeah, we cooking with hot grease. He said 333. Yeah, I ain't lied yet, bro. And then that's the thing. Again, honesty is the new misogyny. Male honesty is the new misogyny. As a man, if I come on here and be, quite frankly, be a bit vulnerable with y'all, I don't have to share none of my fucking relationship experiences with y'all. But if I come on here and be vulnerable with y'all about my experiences, then you'll diminish my honest assessment. This ain't a judgment. This isn't a hypothesis. It's an assessment. Trial and error, real lab study, field tested. When I come on here and discuss my assessment with you, you would say, oh, well, then your whole perspective is diminished because you emotional and you hurt. Y'all haven't heard if I ever was hurt, you've never met a more healed YouTuber. I promise you it ain't nothing you gonna bring up from my past or anything that's gonna have me that's pertaining to some females that's gonna have me feeling some type of way. It's never gonna happen. Listen, all my exes still got love for me to this day. I ain't saying I could be with all my exes. That shit's stupid when people be saying that. How you know? How do you know? But all my exes still got love for me to this day. If I bump into it don't even got to be an ex. Any woman I dealt with, if I bump into her in the street, it's going to be a pleasantry. It's not going to be like they see me in the bread aisle at the store and they just decide to dip down aisle 4 instead. It's not going to be that. It's going to be B. It's going to be that energy. It ain't going they may not be trying to rekindle no flame, but it's going to be a respectful, cool vibe. It ain't none of, I don't have them. So I'm giving y'all an assessment. This how this shit be going. Even females with the cute face and the soft voice, some of them be demons. Will snatch your heart right out your fucking chest. Man, listen. Shit. I would tell y'all a story if I ain't feel like somebody would put 2 and 2 together. But anyway, man, look. What other questions y'all got for me? My man said I'm not handsome. Hey, Deacon, you handsome to your wife, dog. That's all that fucking matter. You him to her. You only need to be him to one of them. If you lucky, 2 or 3 of them, but you only need to be him to one of them. Long as she think you him, you exalted in your house. You live in a place where you appreciate it and not tolerate it. That's the only thing that matter, dog. You don't need to be him to all of them. That's ego. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but I'm just saying that's ego. When you feel like you want to be that boy to the whole population of women. I don't even like that type of attention. I've been in environments where women objectified me, like by and large, like work environments, like being the fine nigga in the office and shit. You get objectified all day and shit. Motherfuckers watching your crotch and shit, dick print, all type of wild shit get to going on. And don't go to HR. Because now why you don't like it? You a guy, you supposed to like it, even though it's sexual harassment. Deacon said, good point. On God. Yeah, you just need to be him to her. That's it. The rest, you a married man off the market. Shit, fuck these hoes. Straight like that. Yeah, Joe Jet laughing. You talking about my work experience? Yeah, bro, when you get objectified as a man, you supposed to like it. It's not sexual harassment. You supposed to like it. I've been objectified. See, so that's another thing, too. That's why I be encouraging men to go get y'all ass in the gym. Go get in the gym. Get your grooming habits all the way up, because some people wasn't born like innately handsome, so they got to make themselves handsome. They got to keep their grooming all the way right, get their cologne all the way right, have their body all the way in order, and then those habits will make you automatically, with those habits, you're gonna present with confidence. You're gonna present with confidence. Being that discipline, it's hard to be unconfident. You're gonna have confidence. So when you present with the confidence, you already, that's like 88% of the battle with the females. You just gotta know how to be attractive. That's all. But like, I think every man should have that experience where they feel like, you know, where they get treated like they the fine nigga in the room or the fine nigga in the office and shit like that. Even if you just meet one that feel like that about you, damn it, ain't no greater feeling in the world. But when you getting looked at like food by like 50 joints every day for, you know, an 8-hour shift, that shit get annoying. You don't even get a normal good morning. You can't even get a normal good morning from the female. You be like, you walk in the office, hey, good morning. Good morning. Heck, chill out. If I didn't try to hit it yesterday, I ain't gonna try to hit it today. The fuck? Oh shit. Let me stop, man. Get to being too honest on this motherfucker, man. Y'all done got me on here for an hour and a half, man. I'm about to tap out. Any more questions? Y'all got 2 minutes to send the questions, man. Joe Jet, Deacon, International Ken. Who else came through here, man? Hold on. We got the silent observers too. Shout out to y'all too, the ones that's off the keyboard. They might be working or something, can't really tune in. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, if there's no more questions, man, I'm gonna tap out. I got a few more pieces of content to do for the sports channel. Make sure if y'all following me here at the Classic Codes, make sure y'all go over to Classic Codes Sports and make sure y'all tap into that channel as well and hit the subscribe button. We building over there. We starting from the ground up on zero. This channel was transitioned out of my B-Class Music TV channel, so it's a hybrid, but so y'all get everything here. But as far as the sports channel, that's a totally different catalog of content. So I'm finna go do some videos. We got to tap in, find out some updates on Elijah Arenas, who was in a bad car accident. We got to find out updates on we got to go over the Shedeur Sanders update after he done got drafted. We went live on that the other day. A few things we need to talk about: NBA playoffs, Dame Lillard towards Achilles, all that. So make sure y'all tap in on the sports channel, man. But if y'all got no other questions, man, I appreciate y'all. Subscribe, like, comment, and if you don't do nothing else, stick to the codes. Classic shit.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters, we're left in the cold. Hard